So today we're going to be going over volume of rectangular prisms. So the volume of a solid is the measure of space occupied by it. It is measured in cubic units, such as cubic centimeters or cubic inches. So here you can see you have a rectangular prism, and you can see the bottom layer or base has a 4 by 3. So 12 cubes, and then there are 2 layers. Okay, so a rectangular prism is a solid figure that has two parallel sides or bases that are rectangles, which you can see up above. The bases are rectangles, which is why it is a rectangular prism. The shape of the base of the prism is in the name of the prism. The formula for finding volume of a rectangular prism is volume is equal to area of the base times height. So I know it looks like area volume is equal to big B multiplied by H, but that capital B represents the area of the base. So let's take a look at our first example. So for our first example, we are given this rectangular prism. The first thing that I am going to do, I am going to shade my base. I'm going to shade my base. I'm even going to draw my base out and label it. It's a 7 by 4. So I have volume of a rectangular prism, area of the base times height. Okay, so area of a rectangle is base times height, so that's going to be 4 times 7. And then you're going to multiply it by the height, which is 3. So the height of the prism, is the distance from one base to the other. So remember, you have parallel bases. So if I shaded these two bases, the height of this prism is the distance from one base to the other, which is 3 meters. Okay, 4 times 7 gives us 28. And then we're going to do 28 times 3. So you have 28 multiplied by 3. You get 24, 6, 7, 8. So you have 84 cubic meters. 84 cubic meters. Let's go ahead and look at our next example. So once again, I'm going to shade my base. Remember, my base is a rectangle. I'm going to label my base 5 and 6. Okay, so remember, first I need to find the area of the base. So the base and height of the base of the prism is 6 and 5. So you have 6 times 5. And the height of the prism is 8. The height of the prism, so from one base to the other, is the height of the prism. That's how tall it is. So you have 6 times 5, which gives us 30. So the area of our base is 30. Once we have that, we're going to do 30 times 8, which gives us 240. So 240 cubic inches. So whenever you see the 3 exponent, that means it's cubic inches. Here, shade in our base. So make a habit of shading in your base and drawing and labeling your base. So I have 3 and 2.7. Okay, the base is 3, 2.7 is the height, and then the height of the prism is 2. So first I need to find the area of the base, which is 3 times 2.7. So first I'm going to do 2.7 times 3, 21. So really it's 8.1 times 2, which gives us 16.2. So you can see the importance of remembering your decimal. So our answer is 16.2 feet cubed. Okay, because you have one number behind the decimal that is 8.1 and not 81. So then you're multiplying 8.1 by 2. That gives you the correct volume. Now let's take a look here. Go ahead, shade my base in again. I am going to draw my base, 2.8 and 7. So I have 2.8 times 7, and then that's going to be multiplied by 9.5. So this time, let's make sure we remember our decimals. So first, I'm going to do 2.8 times 7. 7 times 8 gives us 56. 14, 19. Have one number behind the decimal, one number behind the decimal. So that gives us 19.6 times 9.5. So then now I'm going to do 19.6 times 9.5. 5 times 6 is 30. 45, 48, 9. Add a 0, start multiplying. You have 54, 81, 86. Okay. And then you have 17. 0, 12, 16, 8, 1. Two numbers behind the decimal. So 186.2. Next, it says a stereo speaker in the shape of a rectangular prism has the height of 6 inches. The area of the base of the speaker is 11 square inches. What is the volume of the speaker in cubic inches? So one thing I like to always do is draw a picture so that I can visualize it. So I have a picture of a rectangular prism. Okay. Have a picture of a rectangular prism. The area of my base, so I shade my base. The area of my base is 11. Okay, so big B is equal to 11. The height of the prism is 6. Okay, so the height of the prism is 6. So here, we're going to skip this step because we already know what the area of the base is. The area of the base is 11. So we're going to put 11 here and then 6. 11 times 6 gives us 66. So the volume is 66 cubic inches. Okay. But remember, the reason we forgot the second step is because we don't know what the base and height of the base is, but we do know what the area of the base is. And the area of the base gives us, it's 11. Let's take a look at the next example. Hey, it says a terrarium in the shape of a rectangular prism has a height of 8.5 inches. And the area of the base is 24 inches. What is the volume? What is the volume of the terrarium in cubic inches? So once again, here I can also just label what my area of the base is and what the height of the prism is. The area of the base is 24 inches, and then the height is 8.5 inches. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and skip this second step, and I'm going to substitute giving my area of the base, which is 24. So the area of the base is 24, and the height of the prism is 8.5. So now I'm going to multiply the two. So I have 24 multiplied by 8.5. 5 times 4 is 20. 10 plus 2 is 12. I add a 0. And then I do 8 times 4, which gives us 32. Cross that, have your 3, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. Then you add 0, 4, 10, and then 2. We have one number behind the decimal. So we have 204 cubic inches. 204 cubic inches is our answer. So now you're going to go ahead and complete your Google spreadsheet. Make sure that you are paying attention to the information that is given to you, if you're given the area of the base or if you're given all three numbers. Have a good one.